Unscripted.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the day has arrived. PlayStation 5 reviews are pouring in. All the major outlets are giving the PlayStation 5 reviews. Yesterday, Microsoft had their day in the sun. We got a lot of Xbox reviews and things like that. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S and things. And today, we got the PlayStation 5 reviews. And I got to tell you, it was worth the wait. If you were wondering which console to get, or maybe you had a hold on both and you were waiting to see reviews, I think this video might help sway you one way or the other. And again, I would never tell you how to spend your own money or anything like that. You earn it. It's up to you to spend it how you wish. At the end of the day, I just feel like this is something that realistically favors Sony in a big way, and they absolutely did what a lot of people didn't think they'd be able to do, and that is the reviews are just glowing in favor of the PlayStation 5. Like, I'm even blown away by this. Obviously, it takes more than quote-unquote power to win a console war, and it takes more than power to beat a review score for a console, and I think Sony just proved that unequivocally. By the way, they just proved that, and not only that, but I think the fact that you see Spider-Man Miles Morales reviews coming out, that looks like that's going to review in the mid to high 80s on Metacritic. And we've also learned that to complete that game, you're looking at 20 hours to completely do that game right. Okay, so the main storyline is 10 hours itself, which is way better than a lot of other games. People were calling this game DLC, and the game lasts longer than Halo 5 or Gears 5 or Gears 4. In fact, I think it lasts longer than Gears 4 and Halo 5 campaigns combined. So, again, it's all in the eye of the beholder, but I can't wait to get into this, because I tell you what, I was right. I was proven right. I love that. I love the fact that it's a little bit of redemption for myself, and people can finally see what I've been talking about these last 2 years. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that. It means a lot to me personally, and you know what? If you want to help out my really crappy if you want to help out my little crappy channel, a simple like is all I ask. It really does mean the world to me, and it's free for you. So, again, that's awesome that everybody has done that. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, everybody in between. With that being said, I kind of wanted to get right back into this, okay? So, PlayStation 5, okay? What is it that's just so appealing about it, okay? Well, looking at all the different, and I clipped a lot of these, okay? Looking at all of the different ideas and reviews that the PlayStation 5 got, simply stunning reviews. I mean, honestly, what else could you expect, okay? I'm looking at it right now. PlayStation 5 console review, a Sony vision of the future. The PS5 is a testament to passion for gaming at Sony, 10 out of 10. PlayStation 5 review, a big confident step into next gen. PlayStation 5 review, already doing everything right. PlayStation 5 review, the Sony PlayStation 5 is the moment of glory that 2020 needed, and a clear winner over Xbox Series X, 5 stars. PlayStation 5 review, the exciting upgrade we hoped for. PlayStation 5 review, the future of gaming has arrived. PlayStation 5 review, the future of gaming console gaming is here. PlayStation 5 review, a hard-working beefcake. Accessible ray tracing, speedy load times make PS5 an excellent upgrade. The verdict, A- from Game Informer. The PlayStation 5 is an incredibly powerful and sophisticated piece of gaming hardware, sometimes virtually eliminating the tedium of loading screens that have plagued console gaming for decades. Games look amazing thanks to new lighting techniques, especially on 4K displays, and a proprietary sound engine ensures an equally arresting oral experience. While its outward aesthetic is attractive, it's also overpowering, and the design won't please everyone. A slick dashboard is easy to use, is smartly designed, and values what's important to you, most importantly, your leisure time. PlayStation 5 review, making console gaming exciting. About the DualSense controller. DualSense controller is a game changer and screams of something new for next-gen gaming. Xbox had the best controller for a long time, and it's still great, but DualSense adds new dimensions to the gaming experience, and now it's the controller to beat. So, Remember what I was saying months ago? I said I was looking for immersion. I wanted the load times to be better. We get that. I wanted something more immersive with the controller. We get that. The UI is completely overhauled and redesigned. We get that on PlayStation 5. The exclusive games. Again, Demon Souls, I don't think I'm going out on a limb to say that that game's going to launch with a 80, maybe even 90 Metacritic. You have Miles Morales launching with a mid to high 80. Those are killer apps that are launching day and date with the PlayStation 5. Okay? That is a huge stark contrast to what other people are used to getting. You know, usually launch titles tend to be, you know, not the greatest. They could be like a showpiece or something that looks good, but not necessarily something that is a great game per se. Like if you look back to the launch of Xbox One games, it's like Rise, that looked good, but it wasn't really like a great game. You know, you had some decent stuff in there, but obviously nothing that's going to be like super high rated in the 80s or 90s. You know, even Forza Motorsport 5 was a 79 rated, you know, so again, it all comes down to that. And then when you clearly look at these sites that reviewed the Xbox Series X, Microsoft Xbox Series X review, a sports car with no gas, Xbox Series X, a Digital Foundry hardware review, summing up our experiences with a beautifully engineered games machine, the review process only let down by lack of games to play. Xbox Series X hardware review, the new console where nothing is new. Xbox Series X review, Microsoft console is undeniably fast, but it lacks the wow factor without big exclusive games. Xbox Series X review, why you should wait before buying Microsoft's new game console. Xbox Series S X review, beautiful, powerful, but what you gonna play? Xbox Series X review, sleek, minimal loading screens, 0 games that can't be played on other platforms. If you skipped a lot of the old Xbox games or want to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 60 frames, cool. Otherwise, not a lot of reasons to buy. Our verdict: against no exclusive games, noisy disk drive, unchanged operating system. Xbox Series X review, it's brilliant, but where's all the fun new stuff? Again, this is something that's been echoing from literally every outlet. Where's the games? Where's the new stuff? Where's anything that really showcases what this thing can do? This has been the biggest problem. And haven't I been saying that the Xbox Series X feels more like a 0.5? Like, to me, the Xbox Series X does seem a lot like a 0.5 because it's almost the same situation as with the Xbox One X, which was a mid-gen refresh, and this feels an awful lot like a mid-gen refresh. And why does it feel like a mid-gen refresh? Because when we got the Xbox One X, it was reliant heavily on older games playing better and getting updates, and that's exactly what the Xbox Series X is relying on as well. It needs, it needs that update. It needs those, old games to focus on. Meanwhile, we got information that the PlayStation 5 itself is doing backwards compatibility in some instances better than the Xbox Series X does. And again, Sony didn't have to really pimp that fact. They went out there and said, hey, our games are, are things all about the future. We have future games. We've got, an incredible lineup coming at launch and into next year. Microsoft literally has been quiet. They have to talk about old games because the only game they have scheduled for all of next year to release that I can see is Halo Infinite. And that potentially a holiday next year. So you're looking at going a full year with nothing, pretty much, aside from multiplats. And I know people like multiplats or whatever, but at the end of the day, you really need those exclusives to showcase what you're doing. And this is something that, obviously Sony has a good idea on what to do. So when you look at stuff and you see like this review that says Xbox Series X review, a sports car with no gas, this was interesting to me. It really spoke to me. It says when a console launches, it's critical. Every component of a new system, from hardware to software, has to come together to meet the expectation of an eager and often hypercritical fan base. The Xbox Series X is like an athlete who spent the year practicing for the big game, only to find that the rest of the team didn't show. It's a powerhouse that corrects many of the wrongs from the early days of Xbox One. It's not a system that must be purchased immediately or any time in the coming months. There's no discussing Xbox Series X without acknowledging the delay of Halo Infinite. Microsoft pinned the launch of the game to its new console some 17 months ago. Master Chief was the other superstar meant to stand next to the Series X at the starting line. So basically, they're talking about everything that I've been talking about. The lack of exclusive content, the lack of anything big is really haunting Microsoft, and that's really unfortunate. You know what I mean? I think that it's something that, you know, realistically, they've really gone out of their way. Sony has to make sure that everybody has exactly what they're looking for with the PlayStation 5. And everybody kept telling me, Microsoft is playing the long game. Microsoft is playing the long game. They're playing the future. But if that was the case, why is everybody saying that the PlayStation 5 is the future? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if what Microsoft is doing is so brilliant and so great, why is it that the PlayStation 5 is set to break all kinds of records and all the reviews are saying that it's better, right? I'm not saying better as in powerful. I get it, and I concede that point that the Xbox Series X is more quote-unquote powerful, but that doesn't make it a better console, right? And I've been saying this for a long time. It's the intangibles. It's the games. The games are the most important thing, but there's a lot of other stuff as well. You know, listen, I do have to say that, you know, it's very funny to see people kind of backtrack and, you know, kind of get caught up in what they were talking about. You can only talk about the power stuff for so long, because when these things are out, it really just comes down to the games themselves. Sony has them, Microsoft doesn't. Maybe in a few years Microsoft will, but we're talking about launch right now, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to have an Xbox Series X. So I will link this stuff in the description. Sony starting off next generation right. Microsoft, they can't seem to get out of their own way. I don't see how they could have literally nothing at launch to showcase their new platform, but it is what it is. Let me know what you think down below. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.